Hey everyone, my name's Logan. Today I've got all the recent news in the extended reality world, from V66 already rolling out to the Quest 3S news, and Google Glass is making a comeback. We've got so much awesome news this week. All the chapters are located down below. All of my references are located in the description as always, so you guys can feel free to fact check me. I hope you guys enjoy, and leave a comment down below if you guys have any questions or anything like that. I reply to every single one. I hope you enjoy. V66 has already started rolling out. The release thread is now public, which you guys can go find in the description down below. So lots of new updates are starting to be found through data mining and stuff like that. Most of these updates were found by Luna on Twitter, so I recommend going and checking out their handle and supporting them down below. But let's jump into it. The first feature that was found for the V66 update was moving the MetaQuest buttons from the pinching of the thumb and pointer finger to the wrist. So now, on top of pinching your pointer and thumb, you can also point to your wrist to activate the menu. At first, I thought this was entirely moving it to the wrist and you could no longer pinch, but from what I just tested on my headset, I was able to pinch using my pointer and thumb, along with also being able to point to my wrist for activation. So this doesn't seem like it's going to prevent accidental activation using your pointer finger, but this will have another way of activating the menu. There was some code that made note that the Meta AI may be coming to the Quest operating system soon. So currently on the Meta Ray-Ban glasses, they have a Meta AI assistant that you're able to talk to while you have the glasses on. This uses the camera on the glasses as well to have a multimodal input for the AI assistant. There were references to be moving this onto the Quest operating system. If this is built out well for the Quest operating system, meaning that it is built to interact with all the different apps built onto the headsets, I think that this could be built amazingly. If you're able to, in the middle of a game, quickly tell your assistant to throw you into pass-through or back into mixed reality, I think this could move really fast and really make the operating system a lot more intuitive to move around in. So I'm really excited to see a built-out assistant for the headset. I've got a whole bunch of more little quick notes that I'm just going to kind of fly through real quickly to not waste y'all's time. There's going to be a new downloads folder in the app library area. This seems to make it feel a lot more like a personal computer rather than a closed loop system such as a Mac OS. There's going to be a calendar app potentially added to the Quest operating system. My guess is that they're going to try to create their own calendar app with syncing available, which is probably just going to suck, and I don't see a reason to need a calendar on the Quest operating system, so let me know what you guys think, but I don't see myself using this. We may get the ability to allow apps to dynamically change the brightness of the headset, meaning that when you're in a game, the app will be able to change the brightness of the headset down and up depending on what the game thinks is best for that given situation. Hopefully this will be really good for battery usage and things like that, as you're not going to always have it at full brightness. They are potentially adding a sensor lock privacy option to hard lock the microphone and cameras off when the headset is not being worn. I think it's kind of crazy that this wasn't already implemented. The fact that they've now made it public that when you take the headset off, everything is still running. It makes no sense to take the headset off and for them to still need that tracking data. Upload VR released a great article today about the Quest 3S and everything that we know about it so far, so I definitely recommend going and reading it yourself. But to give you the cliff notes about what the difference is of this 3S headset, this headset was originally confirmed on a Meta roadmap last year to come out in late 2024, so we should be expecting announcements in the next few months. The biggest difference between these two headsets seems to be the lens. So the Quest 2 uses Fresnel lenses and the Quest 3 uses pancake lenses. Pancake lenses make a significantly higher quality experience, but obviously at a higher cost. The goal, I believe, of this Quest 3S headset is to bring it to that $300 price range that the Quest 2 started at, because this is obviously what's going to allow a lot more people to enter the market without coughing up those extra $200 for the Quest 3. So this headset would still use the Snapdragon XR2 Gen 2 chip that the Quest 3 uses over the Quest 2, so it would still have the same compute capabilities, but the main thing that really matters is the lens capabilities and the mixed reality capabilities. My guess is that this is going to be in color. I really do not see them bringing mixed reality back to black and white after we've gotten the amazing abilities of the Quest 3, but I do think that this is going to have those old Fresnel lenses that are going to be a little bit lower quality, but obviously with a lower barrier to entry for most people because of the price point. Let me know what you guys think on the difference of those pancake and Fresnel lenses. I honestly think that I can get a lot more of my friends to buy VR headsets when they come out with something like the 3S that I can say, you know, this has basically all of the same compute capabilities at almost half the price point just because of some minor visual differences. I think that this is going to make a huge impact on the community and add a lot of new users. App Lab games are now browsable on the Quest Store. Finally, we can look at new up-and-coming games without being gate-kept by Meta. The way it originally worked was for App Lab games, you had to have a specific link to that item on the store or use a very specific keyword to find a App Lab app. Now they have completely integrated the App Lab store into the MetaQuest store, meaning you can browse all of the App Lab apps from the Quest store. This is the first of a two-stage plan to completely get rid of the App Lab store, which I am very excited for. This is really going to lower the barrier to entry for new apps to enter the store, really lower those quality requirements, make it a lot less biased based on the reviewer at Meta, and really just a lot more just strictly technical requirements to get your app onto the store, which I think is great. We're going to see so much innovation and so many new apps coming to the store, and it's going to just really benefit the users. I'm really just excited for this feature, and I'm excited for App Lab to become fully integrated. During Google's demo of Project Astra at Google I/O, there was a leak or a teaser for a new pair of smart glasses being worked on at Google. So in case you didn't know, Google had an internal team called Google Glass that was working on a pair of AR glasses from about 2013 until last year. But this project was publicly closed. It was completely gotten rid of because the project wasn't accepted by the public. At the time of the original consumer device, people weren't ready for AR devices. There were a lot of privacy concerns, and society just wasn't ready for what Google was creating at the time. During this demo, they teased a new pair of smart glasses. These looked very similar to the Meta Ray-Bans, including a microphone, speakers, cameras, but something different than that they've added is a HUD, a heads-up display to display the most important information regarding you and your glasses. During the demo, they used this for the AI assistant to determine when it was talking and also read off the captions of the text that it was displaying. This seems like a really cool feature that the Meta Ray-Bans don't have at this point, but they probably will in their next generation coming out in the next year or two. Personally, all in all, I just love to see the competition in this space. I think smart glasses are really going to be the next simple compute platform for everybody. Being able to wear your glasses on a hike and take easy videos. You know, I just walked the stage at my college graduation a week or two ago, and if I had had these glasses on to walk across the stage and look the exact same and be able to record that first-person video, I think it would have been so cool, and I think we're going to get so much content like that as these smart glasses blow up. So I'm really, really excited to see these come to the public eye. There was a survey done that found that 1 in 4 US teens have been using a VR headset recently. This probably is not a surprise for most of you. If you play any sort of VR games, you know that the majority of the user base is children. It's young people. Young people are using VR way more than people older, my age and above. So I think that this is unsurprising, but now that it's quantifiable, it's very interesting to see. So I'm really, really excited to just see the future of VR growing up through this new generation. As many of you know, there was experimental feature released for travel mode, released solely for airplanes. So now when you're on an airplane, you can enable this travel mode, and it should allow you to use the Quest headset for the entirety of the plane flight. This isn't great for things like turbulence or rapid movements, but because planes are relatively stable going in direct straight lines, this travel mode seems to be working pretty well. An interesting note is that people have, of course, been using this on non-airplanes. Of course, the most obvious thing, everybody wants to figure out how to use this in cars. Being able to put on my headset for an hour or two to watch a movie in an immersive environment will really take me out of that car feeling. I'll feel a lot less claustrophobic and I'll be a lot more entertained. So people have begun to see this being used on trains and cars already, even though it wasn't built out for that. Meta didn't recommend that. I don't recommend that in case there are any issues, but people are using it, and I'm very excited to try it out and see if this travel mode is working on different forms of transportation. That's all the news I have for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, feel free to subscribe and like down below. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, or if I goofed up at any point, feel free to leave a comment down below. I try to reply to every single comment, and I make sure to read them all at the least. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video.